Okay, my kid is calling me, so I'll make this quick. But I've been using OpenClaw over the last 3 weeks, and it's completely blown my mind. Now, I'm sure everyone knows ChatGPT, Claude, etc., where you ask questions and you get answers. But OpenClaw is just pretty crazy because it's an AI that actually can do literal work for you. I'm having my OpenClaw schedule Zooms, adding things to my calendar, emailing clients that I needed to email. It's just pretty crazy where the technology is headed because I don't know anything about coding. I consider myself like a layman with technology. I'm capable, but you know, I just get by. This technology is coding is not my thing, and I was able to build a Bitcoin wallet, which is pretty crazy, and transact with it. Um, it's it's just pretty wild to think about where it's all headed, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it because I've been watching a lot of OpenClaw videos and Claude Cowork videos, and it's really cool to see that you can actually just use the AI to do things for you in the real world. You could have it buy things, book you tickets. You can connect it to a folder on your computer and it'll actually do work for you. I read scripts, maybe 3 to 4 scripts a week, and I can see how it would be a helpful script reader. And one of the bigger things that I've realized that it's capable of is like consistent memory over the course of all of your projects. And you're able to like ingest your creative point of view, your workflows, like onboarding a new employee. You just write this markdown file or have it generate this markdown file, which is nothing but a text file of all the things that you want it to do and the rules that you want it to follow. Oh, my computer is messing up here. So it's pretty wild to see where it's all going, and I'm very excited about it. And Claude Cowork, I haven't like used it physically, but I've watched videos on how it works, and I just feel like my brain is kind of expanding with how to approach technology in the future by having an agentic thinking AI do things for you, like how I'm thinking about my day-to-day workflow has changed dramatically, and I equate it to like I'm sure when email came out a couple of decades ago, people weren't using it at the office, but then you started to realize, like, oh, wow, I can coordinate with different teams via email. And then you start to realize, like, oh, wow, there's so many layers of the technology that you can use that you're not even thinking of. And I feel like with AI and OpenClaw and open source models and private models and Claude Cowork, having your AI be able to do things for you in the real world is really, really profound. And one of the things I'm still like ironing out is obviously the security implications of all these things, but I feel pretty confident that I can figure it out and like make it work. But just so far in the last couple of weeks, it's been so helpful for me in terms of my productivity and also thinking about how to use it. I wish, let's see, I think I made some notes on some of the things I've had it do for me. Um, like it filled out my weekly time card for my job. It created a spreadsheet of script notes that we had to address. It created a VFX spreadsheet of shots that we needed to like sign off on, schedule Zooms, save the transcripts from my Zoom conversations, and then create actionable to dos and assign me those to dos with due dates within 7 days. Added events to my calendar. And one of the cooler things, like I was saying, is you can ingest memory into it across your project. So, you know how you start a new conversation over with Claude or Chat GPT, and it may remember some things, but it may not remember everything. With OpenClaw and these markdown files, literally you can give it everything that you've learned over the course of your life and program it in a way where you talk about something specific. It will respond to you within the context of the memory that you've given it. And that's like something that's kind of blown my mind because I've saved so many articles on Instapaper and uh, Twitter bookmarks and all these links over the last like 10 or 15 years. And I've been able to like ingest all of that into the OpenClaw, things I've learned about Bitcoin, things I've learned about finance, health, marriage, relationships, family, having kids, like all those things that I've learned over the years, I've been able to ingest into the OpenClaw memory. And whenever I talk about any of those specific things, it will reference those files which has those that context in it, and it will talk to me with all of that context in mind, regardless of whether I started the chat Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So it's really impressive that it can do all these things for you in the background. And it's really wild that the main or one of the main innovations is that it can carry context across your projects and across your conversations forever. And I'm not sure what are the implications of this, but it's really cool that I've been able to like download all of the things that I've learned over the last decade or so to the OpenClaw, and knowing that I can take those files and like transpose them to anywhere that I want to. So I'm not beholden to any company. I'm not beholden to ChatGPT, Claude, or anything like that. So it's like, it's just impressive the way you can just have your own agent do things for you. You don't need ChatGPT, you don't need a company, and you can do it all yourself. So that's just something I wanted to talk about quickly. My son is calling me. He wants to do some fun things together, but I just wanted to just get that off my chest. I know I haven't recorded a YouTube video in a while, and I will update you, but we are in post production on a movie that, knock on wood, will be coming out next year. Until then, keep asking questions, keep stacking sats, and I will catch you on the next one.